Well, many have been wondering how exactly the eclipse is going to affect our wildlife in the natural state. We're here with Trey Reid from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission to answer that question. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
I know it's been very busy for everyone, but I mean, that is the big question is, are wildlife going to go crazy during the eclipse?
I wish I could answer that conclusively, Katrin. Well, here's the thing. Wildlife probably will act differently. And when we talk about wildlife, that runs the gamut, right? That's everything from insects, which probably will be affected. I mean, some past eclipses, there have been reports of fireflies becoming active, bees going back to the hive because they think it's nighttime and it's time to get back to the hive. Now, when we get to the bigger wildlife, it's a little bit, harder to say. The problem with an eclipse is, we like to work in the realm of science when we talk about wildlife and how they respond. And an eclipse really can't be replicated, so they happen more frequently than many of us realize, but different climate zones, different, parts of the country, different seasons. Like our last one was in August. Our partial eclipse in 2017 here was in August. So it's really hard to say, but there is some anecdotal evidence that animals will act differently. White-tailed deer, one of our top game animals in Arkansas, are crepuscular. They are active at periods of dawn and dusk.
Right.
And so it stands to reason that, at least for a couple of minutes, they may think, well, I need to become more active right now and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. And as you mentioned, I mean, we have in some areas of the state up to 4 minutes of totality, which is a significant amount of time. Of course, it's not like we're talking about a half an hour, but for 4 minutes, if you're an animal who doesn't know that this eclipse is coming up, that could be a little bit freaky. I know during the break we were mentioning birds specifically are those animals that can be affected by dawn and dusk.
Yeah, birds, I mean, typically roost at night. And so there are some past eclipses, there has been talk about birds, people observing birds going to roost. And then, of course, a couple of minutes later, they realize, oh, it's not really nighttime, and they start moving around. One thing that's interesting about the timing of this eclipse is there's a lot of birds on the move, neotropical migrants that are moving from Central America and Mexico back up to northern parts of the continent. So you wonder how will they take a little bit of a break during their migration if they're on the move today? And it's time for a rest stop, that kind of thing.
That'd be interesting. Of course, that's something we're going to have to watch, and I know that Game and Fish in general has a lot of resources online for folks to head to.
Absolutely. AGFC.com has a lot of great information. If you're still looking for something to do and you're fairly close, most of our 7 of our 9 nature centers are having special programming today. So, stop by the Whit Stevens Jr. Central Arkansas Nature Center in downtown Little Rock or another one that's nearby you. AGFC.com for more info, though.
Perfect. Go check it out. You still got a little bit of time before you get out there for totality.